Okay, now on this one, we're practicing drawing again, and I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you partial. The one thing that you might want to do is recognize, maybe you want to use the highlighter so you know where your cutting plane actually lies. So like this one's a half, because there's my cutting plane. If I look at this one and I follow it, there's my cutting plane. So realize only the parts that lay on that highlighted that have a cut through, that's the part that gets cut through, that's the part that gets hatched. And then make sure you're using the right kind of hatch marks like it calls for here, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do the pulley. And then I'm gonna let you go finish the pulley on your own. We don't really have to tape this one down if you don't want to, but I still do it just because it makes it easier for me, because we do have these little lines here to help guide us. Those little dotted lines, the little hidden lines to kind of help you out. Still going to use it and tape it down. Okay, so I'm going to draw what I know is the outside pieces, what I know is going to be dark. So I'm going to freehand draw those little curves in. And I'm going to freehand draw that curve, this curve, this curve. And then I'm going to go back and get all of my horizontal and then all my vertical. Yep, I forgot that curve, didn't I? And I'm really only doing the outside parts right now. I will come back in a minute. And get the interior pieces that need to be darkened based upon what's been cut. So here are all of my outside pieces. Any parts that stick out that need to be corrected, you just correct them and go from there. You just erase them, make them darker, use your eraser shield, etc. Alright, the reason why this side has been cut out, if you look right here, you'll see that there's been a hole drilled into the side to it. So that's the reason why the half section is cut here. So up here, everything's going to remain like you normally would. So I look at it and go, okay, well, I'm dealing with an object. What do I have? It's going to look, it's got like a flat ring area with a raised area with a probably raised or sunken in area and a cutout. Okay, so we can draw that. I know first coming through here that this is going to be represented, it's going to be shown as a hidden line because it's representing a part, so it's like it's cut down for that part. And I know it's kind of got like a funny ring that comes all the way around. Now this part over here, I know from here to here, there's a hole. So there's a hole drilled out. So I know that is the area that I'm going to be cutting on. And I know by looking at here that it's got a hole drilled out. So I know that that becomes one of our visible lines also. And then it's just a matter of drawing your hatch marks as they appear, should appear. And again, I'm not going to draw all of them. I'm going to draw partial of them. Now on these, and I'm not going to draw all of it right now. Come here, you. On these, because this one's aluminum, after you draw all of them that way, turn your 45 back and do like little half tick marks. But stagger them. Then go back Does that make sense? So that they draw them on there so that you can see that they're aluminum. And so you would just continue going through and you would continue hatching in this area over here. The only reason why we don't draw this hidden line here is because you don't see it. You don't see hidden lines typically in those views. And so then you're going to finish and you're going to draw the other sectional views. You're going to make it look as much as you possibly can like the example given. Okay, remember to follow your cutting plane line. So because I cut through here, I cut through this part of the surface, and this part of the surface, and this part of the surface. The reason why we don't show this part right here is cut is because it's a web. Webs and ribs we don't show. We don't cut. They're so normal. Sorry. This one, the same thing. We're going to be cutting through areas here and here, and then straight line down. The same thing. It cuts through here, and it cuts through here, and it comes straight down.